Focus for now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Habibis. Good evening. Happy Tuesday. First day after Labor Day. Tried not wearing white. Except I'm just too white. I'm sorry, guys. Wish there's something I could do about the color of my skin. Can't tan anymore. If I use bronzer, everyone's going to call me an orange man. I mean, look how that worked for our current president as well as our previous one. Be less white. Exactly. Why can't I be less white? I should be less white. Too bad. Anyways, thank you all for joining me tonight. We got a jam-packed stream. I hope you all had a good weekend. To all you libs who observed Labor Day, happy Labor Day. And to all you conservatives and non-libs who observe Labor Day, you're basically libs at this point. I'm sorry. If you took off during Labor Day, you're a lib. Me? I've always been a lib, so it doesn't affect me. Also, I'm unemployed, so I take every day off. Not much you can do. I'm basically the Teflon. I'm like the Teflon Don of being employed and conservative. As in, I am not either. How's that supposed to work? Fuck. Anyways, what's going on here? So real quick, we got our January through June list tournament happening right now. The Sweet 16 is currently ongoing. We got the Harami region, with the Chinese embassy in the U.S. Leading Tom Lakis. Chinese embassy in the U.S. obviously the 1 seed. In the other matchup, we have the 14th seed SJ Peace, aka Stance Grounded, going up against the Root. And right now, SJ Peace is currently leading, 14th seed. In the Kanzir region, we have Arthur Chu going up against LeBron James. And LeBron James is crushing the number 1 seed, Arthur Chu. And it was all between Ashley Babbitt and then the cop. I can't remember the exact. There've been some. It's sad, really, because there've been so many police shootings in over the last decade. You can't even remember the name of what that particular incident was. The other matchup, we have Mark Judson up against Tariq Nasheed, and at the moment, Mark Judson currently leading over Tariq Nasheed. In the Big region, we have Adil Raja and Bree Newsom. Adil Raja up by just a hair. Now, it's interesting. Adil Raja did not block me before when I put him on the list back in whenever he did it. But since then, since I put him on the tournament, he has blocked me. So you hate to see it. And the other matchup in the Bay region, we got Freedom Ride Blog, aka Margaret Kimberly, against Brooklyn Dad Defiant, aka Damon Toll. And look at that, Damon Toll currently leading right now, 71 to 28%. And then in the final region, the Ulukipata region. Ulukipata means son of an owl. Basically means like you're a fool. Vina Malek going up against Cleavon, and Vina Malek crushing Cleavon at the moment. And the reason why Vina Malek is crushing him is because of the Hitler quote. So, yeah, just Ulukipata means son of an owl. It's like you know how Jace uses the term son of a whore, like your mom's a gaffa. Ulukipata is like calling someone a fucking idiot, basically. And then the final matchup in the Ulukipata region in the Sweet 16, we have Jason Wen going up against Brian Stelter. And look at that. It's actually kind of tight. Jason Wen currently leading Brian Stelter. Fuzzy, what's up, Fuzzy? He says, Sup, Siraj, you live donkey. Your headphones kind of blend in with your hair, and it makes you look like a little Princess Leia. Alhamdulillah. Alright, what did Carl send us? Uh, That's so good. That's so funny. Thank you for everyone supporting the hype train. Who do we get? Thank you to let's see. Rach Peets, thank you for the 3 bits. None the wiser. Carl, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub. Janice, thank you for subbing for 8 months. Shine So Beam, or Shinso Beam, thank you for using your Prime sub. Appreciate it. Rach, thanks so much for using your, for subbing for 6 months. Khalid Awalid, a legend in the making, resubbed for 5 months total. Thank you. And then Damon, aka Brooklyn Dad, subbing for 11 months. Wow. Happy Habibi-versary to me, he says. Thank you, Brooklyn Dad. Really appreciate it. So, yeah, so we got a big show for you. Let's start off by sharing the list awards for August. Go ahead and check it on out. We're gonna start off by looking at the biggest simp, and as always, thank you to what's his name, Ben, who should be fired for putting this all together. Of course, he needs to be fired. Okay. Son of a bitch. All right. Yeah. Zoom out just a little, just so I can see what we're working with here. Yeah, that is simping to the next level here. All right. So Tommy Christopher, who is over at Mediaite and also was at Share Blue, obviously makes it known that he is a lib. Tweets out Saki stands, and look how he tweets out stands. Fucking shoot me. And then stay tuned. Your questions answered tomorrow. A rare Saturday Saki bomb is coming. Look at that fucking engagement too. Just garbage. How many replies did he get? 52. All right, so the engagement was very high, but it's not like he only has 32,000 followers. Okay, it is sad. Rhodes. Next up, we have Minus Touch tweeting out, Peter Ducey does not want you to retweet this video of the many times he has been humiliated by Jen Psaki, so you know what to do. God, the amount of simping for Jen Psaki is just beyond the pale. And then this one by Dem Coalition that says this account only limits who can view their tweets. God damn. Switching on up. So, Democratic Coalition quote tweets the Midas Touch one saying, and they'll keep dropping another Psaki bomb and another until maybe, just maybe, Fox News breaks down and shows Peter Ducey getting owned on national TV. I don't know if I could put this in the category of simping. But fuck it, why not? We'll keep it in there. And then we have Alyssa Milano tweeting out, I'm proud of POTUS and the incredible job he's doing. He's the right person for the job in this moment in history. Hashtag I stand with Biden. Just... yeah. Pretty bad. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a poll. You know, this is I'm not gonna I'm gonna let you build up your channel points. So no channel points here. Just cast your vote. Biggest simp or worst simp. We'll say worst simp. So we got Alyssa Milano. We got uh, Democratic Coalition. We got Midas Touch. And then finally we have Tommy Christopher. I will put 1 minute on the clock for this because it's a simp category. It's not like it's the most important thing. So go ahead, get those votes in. Poll is now live. Where's Ern? Ern's currently resting, and I'm gonna let him rest. He's had a long day. Stressful. Stressful of a lot of people around. Oh, okay. So if we don't have a majority and only a plurality, we're gonna get ourselves a runoff. All right, so we got a runoff between Tommy Christopher and Midas Touch. Get out of that. Switch back to my account. All right, this is gonna be 1 minute. Tommy Christopher. What the fuck is this, Siraj? Here we go. Midas Touch. 1 minute on the clock. Poll begins right now. You know, I'm gonna say that a lot of people are logged off because of Rosh Hashanah. So to all the Jubibis who will maybe watch this later on, Lashana Tova. Hope you all have a very happy New Year, many happy returns, and may you have a blessed. Is it 5782? I'm sorry, Jewish. Yeah, it's 5782. Happy 5782. Basically had it. So, how does it go? It's looking like Tommy Christopher is currently about to take it. Very much is going to take it. So, there we go. Tommy Christopher gets it. All right. Now we got a heads up. Literally head to head between Adam Kinzinger and Jim Cramer for most cringe. Here is Adam Kinzinger. Oh, what we got, Carl? What we got here? Matt Walsh tweets out, yes, I said that I don't like female analysts or reporters in football. No, I don't care if that upsets you. No, I don't apologize. Yes, I think women are feminizing traditionally male spaces. Yes, I think that's bad. Yes, I'm right. No, your whining doesn't change any of this. Did he say this on a podcast? Like, is that why people are mad? I mean, He finds the weirdest hills to die on sometimes. Like, who the fuck asked? All right, so Adam Kinzinger tweeted out, if you didn't serve in the Revolutionary War and refer to yourself as a patriot, you probably are not one. Thank you. Thank you, Adam. And then Jim Cramer tweets out, marveling at dicks. Wow. I hope he is marveling at this dick. Yum. For anyone who wants to get that later. Probably Damon. We all know it's Damon. Oh. Thank you. I do have marvelous legs. All right, so it's literally Adam Kinzinger against Jim Cramer. Most cringe. One minute on the clock. Poll begins right now. No channel points. Just go right for it. Adam Kinzinger and Jim Cramer. Ooh, Master Thief. God, my ears are really, really warm. This is Adams. And he's currently leading. Oh, look who's calling me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. كويس الحمد لله وانت؟ ما شاء الله ما شاء الله. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's a short week. Yeah. 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 You want to say hi to the Habibis? I'm streaming right now. Ah. Oh, nice. Oh yeah. I don't think anyone can hear you because I have in video broadcast going and probably didn't pick up your voice. So, yeah. Jay says he's completely naked, twerking, making spaghetti. Is the spaghetti anywhere precarious right now? It will be. Mm-hmm. So you put a lot of spices in it. Indian spices, huh? Uh-huh. And spaghetti, yeah. So, so Italian food is fucking boring as shit. Uh-huh. You had to put some Indian spices. Mm-hmm. Damon wants to know if you put any mayo in it, which is the spiciest of all things. You put what in her butt? Spicy mayo in her butt before you lick it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Mm-hmm. That's true. We do have. I mean, to get approval to put mayo in the ass crack of Damon's mom, you gotta ask Dan's mom first. Totally makes sense. So, excellent. All right, Habibi, enjoy cooking. I will talk to you later. All right, be safe. That was Jay, everyone. Just FYI. He just wanted to say hello. We were just discussing our plans for this week, obviously, for the show, and so we got a Adam Kinzinger winning most cringe tweet of the month. Thanks for playing. And now we move on to the worst tweet of the month. Plus, list MVP. We're going to go through the worst tweet first, and then we'll discuss who should be the MVP. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's go to a different Oh God. Why is Damon popping up in my TL saying, let's settle the condiment debate once and for all? Choose your favorite mayo. I'm scared. I don't know which one to pick. What is that mayo as well as this? I'm scared if I participate in this, it is basically complicit. I'm complicit in, so I'm gonna defer to another. I'm gonna defer to what I originally planned on doing, and that was tweeting. We're getting into the worst tweets of the month. So General Michael Hayden, who is the former director of both the CIA and the NSA, not a small feat, of course. He is director of not one but two government agencies involved in spying and espionage. He responds to this tweet that says, "Can we send the MAGA wearing unvaxxed to Afghanistan? No use sending that plane back empty." And then Michael Hayden responds, "Good idea." He ended up blocking me after I put him on the list. What are you going to do? Next up, we have Arnie Duncan. Arnie Duncan, who tweets out, and deleted, of course. Have you noticed how strikingly similar both the mindsets and actions are between the suicide bombers at Kabul's airport and the anti-mask and anti-vax people here? They both blow themselves up and inflict harm on those around them and aren't convinced they are fighting for freedom. Look at that ratio. Quote tweet ratio. Next up, we have Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz tweets out Taliban. Oh, wait, hold on. Taliban and Trump should both be on Twitter. More legitimate than the last government in Afghanistan or the current government here. Not a good look. Not a good look. What's my take on this, Rob? Let me see here. China mulling occupying Bagram Air Base after humiliating with U.S. withdrawal. Well, they're mulling it. I wouldn't be surprised if they take it. I mean, the U.S. already left with their tail between their legs, so this is just icing on the cake. Let's see. Ben Munch Makuchi, who came in at number 1, I believe, for tweeting out this right after, like right in the midst of the terrorist attack at Kabul airport that killed 13 U.S. service members and dozens of Afghan civilians. Ben Makuchi tweets out, while the U.S. military writ large has a far-right extremism problem, mounting evidence suggests the Marine Corps has a serious neo-Nazi problem, and it isn't new. My latest for Vice News looking at the U.S. Marine Corps and its link to domestic terrorism. Quite a hill to die on there, Ben. Kezia, thank you so much for the sub with your prime. Appreciate it. Tom Lakis, who has blocked me because his tweets are just that awful. This is his response to one particular tweet. I cannot understand why anyone thinks this way. It is all right, so New York Post tweets out, baby younger than 1 dies from COVID in Louisiana. Terrible. Tom Lake this butthole, tweets out, gee, sorry to hear that. One less vote for the Trump tards of the future. Hashtag COVID-19. Just the most deranged shit I've ever seen. And then finally, we have Todd Starnes, who deleted this tweet in the wake of the terrorist attack. He tweeted this and deleted it. It says, for every American who was killed, a city in Afghanistan should be wiped off the face of the earth. Oh, great. Daz, good morning. Where the fuck are you? Hey, Prison Mitch, you subbed with Bofa? Hell yeah. Khalid. What we got here? Oh. Oh my god. I'm on my other account too. I gotta. Jesus. Amazing. Amazing. Let's retweet that shit right now. Just incredible. Too good. Too good. All right, so let's narrow it down, shall we? So we have Todd Starnes, Tom Lakis, Ben Munchmakuchi, Matt Gates, Arnie Duncan, Michael Hayden. That's 6. We got to whittle it down to 5, okay? So I'm going to take Matt Gates. Let's vote on the bottom tier. JJ, thank you so much for gifting the tier 1 sub. Um, let's see. So we definitely should keep that. Keep this. Keep this. Keep that. So I'm gonna do a between Matt Gates and Arnie Duncan. 1 minute on the clock. Poll begins right now. Which tweet is worse? Get those votes in now. Jack HP, thank you so much for subbing. Appreciate you. It's looking like Arnie Duncan is crushing it right now. And Arnie Duncan takes it with 91% of the vote. All right. Bye bye, Matt Gates. So we're going to do our top 5 here. Todd Starnes. We got Tom Lake, this butthole. We got Ben Munchmakuchi. We got Arnie Duncan. Would have been better for Ernie Duncan. And now we have General Michael. We'll put 1 minute on the clock. Poll begins right now. Remember, you need a majority, not a plurality. We get a plurality, we go right to a runoff. So get those votes in. Vote, vote, vote. Seems Ben is currently leading at the moment, with Arnie Duncan and right behind him, if you know what I mean. All right, so we have a Red Stees. I mean, not Stephen Miller, the former Trump advisor, but Red Stees. Great guy. Really funny. Really enjoy his podcast, his insights. And it's an overall funny dude. Anyway, Cyber Rao tweets out, "Whiteness is literally killing us all." I can't even remember what this is in response to. I want to say this is in response specifically to the Texas abortion law. So, yeah. Jarman, Habibi, Beta, thank you so much for giving me this sub for 8 months, sir. That's number 10. Josh Denny. Now, again, I can't tell if Josh Denny is trolling or not. It says he's a comedian. But this is just a weird tweet. Now, he follows me. And you can't see it right up here because I'm on Habibi Bros, but we follow each other. And he tweets out this shit. So, Life News tweets out, breaking with the Supreme Court not blocking the pro-life law, Texas has become the first state in America to ban abortions. Not entirely true, since there's still like a 6-week period in which women can get abortions. So Josh Denny tweets out with the asterisk, after 6 weeks, you can still get one for 6 weeks. And then he says, calm down, broads. You still have 6 weeks to decide your life is more important than anyone else's. Okay, that's the start. And then he goes on to this. And spare me the many women don't know they're pregnant for 6 weeks. Whores. Only whores wouldn't know for 6 weeks. Low Brash, yeah, put him on the list. Now, does he stay on the list? We'll see. I'm just thinking if it, if someone on the left had done that, I definitely would have put them on the list. Corey Bush, number 8. Corey Bush tweets out, I'm thinking about the black, brown, low-income, queer, and young folks in Texas. The folks this abortion healthcare ban will disproportionately harm. Wealthy white folks will have the means to access abortion care. Our communities won't. Oh, Vindman, thank you so much for subbing for 3 months, saying not subscribing means John Rubin haunts your dreams. Anyways, Corey Bush, thank you so much for coming in. Number 8 on the projection. Number 7, we have Rolling Stone. Now, this is all over the ivermectin story. If you haven't been paying attention to this shit's crazy. The ivermectin story is just look at this. Gunshot victims left waiting as house dewormer overdoses overwhelm Oklahoma hospitals, doctor says. Let's click on the story. Let's see if it's still there for one. I'd be amazed. Oh, of course it's still there. Because why would they retract it? Why would they do that? There's no reason to do that because they can't be held accountable to anyone. Rolling Stone tweets out. I'm sorry, not tweets out. This is a story. One hospital denies Oklahoma doctor's story of they changed the headline. One hospital denies Oklahoma doctor's story of ivermectin overdoses causing ER delays for gunshot victims. The hospital says it hasn't experienced any care backlog due to patients overdosing on a drug that's been falsely peddled as a COVID cure. Well, it's also not a fucking yes, it is a horse dewormer and it has not been approved by the FDA for treating COVID, but it is not only a horse dewormer. Okay? It has antiviral qualities that that apparently some doctors have seen has been successful. But here's the kicker. Let me zoom in on this update so y'all can see it. Or at least let's read a bit of the piece. The rise in people using ivermectin, an anti-parasitic drug usually reserved for deworming horses or livestock, as a treatment of preventative for COVID-19 has emergency rooms so backed up that gunshot victims are having hard times getting access. to health facilities and emergency room doctor in Oklahoma said. This week, Dr. Jason McElia told K4 the overdoses are causing backlogs in rural hospitals, leaving both beds and ambulance services scarce. VRs are so backed up that gunshot victims were having hard times getting to facilities where they can get definitive care and be treated, McElia said. All of their ambulances are stuck at the hospital waiting for a bed to open so they can take the patient in, and they don't have any. That's it, said McElia. If there's no ambulance to take the call, there's no ambulance to come to the call. Okay. Dr. Mary Clark, president of the Oklahoma State Medical Association, told the Tulsa World that hospitals are so short on beds they have to transfer patients out of state to get them the care they need. We know that patients are being transferred out of state for beds. We are increasingly concerned about the number of holes that are in emergency rooms waiting for ICU beds. She goes on to say, I'm trying to help people understand this is not just COVID. This is a domino effect to every other health condition that may need a hospital bed, everything else, period. And then they posted an update. One hospital has denied Dr. Jason McElia's claim that ivermectin overdoses are causing emergency room backlogs and delays in medical care in rural Oklahoma, and Rolling Stone has been unable to independently verify any such cases as of the time of this update. Why the fuck did you run this story to begin with? Anyways, they continue on in their update. The National Poison Data System states there were 459 reported cases of ivermectin overdose in the United States in August. Oklahoma-specific ivermectin overdose figures are not available, but the count is unlikely to be a significant factor in hospital bed availability in a state that, per the CDC, currently has a 7-day average of 1,528 COVID-19 hospitalizations. The doctor is affiliated with a medical staffing group that serves multiple hospitals in Oklahoma. Following widespread publication of his statements, one hospital that the doctor's group serves, NEH Sequoia, said its ER has not treated any ivermectin overdoses and that it has not had to turn away anyone seeking care. This and other hospitals that the doctor's group serves did not respond to requests for comment, and the doctor has not responded to requests for further comment. We will update if we receive more information. It's almost as if spreading the misinformation was the point, and it was intentional, therefore making it disinformation. Fucking shoot me. Anyways, Rolling Stone, that's coming in at number 7. Now, I have to say, they're not the original reporters of this story, but they still ran it. K4, which, I don't know what their I don't know if they have a Twitter. I don't know if they ivermectin. Let's see if there was a Twitter. A tweet about it. Oh, there it is. So, I guess the question is, do we list K4 or the Rolling Stone? What's up, Fuzzy? Speaking of simping, this headline about Biden. Ashley Parker tweets out a Washington Post story. It says, ask President Bush how it went for Katrina. Disasters can bite, so they're not risk-free. Might look at Biden using storms to try to project his political calling cards, competence and compassion. I don't know if this is just a bad tweet, and I don't know if it's list worthy, to be honest with you. I mean, all right. Some people are saying both K4 and Rolling Stone. We'll decide. I don't like putting two candidates in the same spot. But I could see listing both. What's the next one? We got number 6, Daniel Funke. Daniel Funke. Like Tobias Funke. Did he delete it? Did he delete it? Did he delete it? Did he delete it? He didn't delete it. Daniel Funke tweets out. We got a little one. New fact check. A viral photo makes it look like President Biden checked his watch during a ceremony honoring U.S. service members killed in Kabul, but that's misleading. And then he limits his replies. The way Biden honored the 11 caskets presented at Dover Air Force Base on Sunday was similar to how Trump paid respects to fallen service members during his presidency. Biden checked his watch, but he did so after the ceremony had ended. Watch the video for yourself. As many of you already know, the story has been corrected. Biden checked his watch multiple times during the ceremony. I regret the error. And then journalists and fact checkers are human. Yes, even me. We make mistakes. When we do, we correct them and try to make it right. Read more about the principles we try to uphold at USA Today. And then he finishes off by saying, it's easy to dunk on journalists when we get things wrong. I get it. To many, we're just another name on the screen, but behind that screen is a person trying to do their best. Oh my God. This whole thread. Just shoot me. Number 5, we got Lily Allen. She literally tweets out, RT or retweet if you love abortions. And it got 744 retweets. It doesn't make sense. She has 5.2 million followers. Number 4, we have Imani Barbarin. Barbarin? Okay. All right. So Imani Barbarin tweets out in response to, this is all about forcing women to do what men want. And she goes on to say it's actually about building a white ethno-state and utilizing slavery through the 13th Amendment. Yes, we're bringing back slavery, apparently. Which one is this? What's going on here? Oh, shit. Hold on, let me pause this music. How does that only have 920 views? I don't get it. It wasn't really like a good quality video, but look, I understand the hatred for Biden is palpable. Anyways. All right, so Imani Barbarin at number 4 for saying that we're bringing about Americans or conservatives are bringing about a white ethno state. Number 3, we got Courtney Milan. What? What's going on here? Why the fuck is this in here? Confession, I do not understand why the question of when life begins is even relevant. I think garlic is alive and yet I kill it. That's a weird tweet. Coming in at number 2, we got Joyce Aline, or Joyce Vance White, whatever. Oh, come on. Fire Ben. Where is it? Alright. Now we gotta go find this tweet that has obviously been deleted. Oh, not here. Come on. Now let's zoom out here, shall we? I just sent it to Ben. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick in my bookmarks. Now we can finally fire Ben. Bookmark. This is the tweet. Joyce Vance White tweets out. Get ready for it. Abortion and the right to control one's own body once galvanized a generation of women, and it will happen again. But my heart breaks for the girls and women who will suffer along the way. And while this may be a bad hot take in a moment of anger that the courts failed us, it feels like there's now a bounty on women's heads, just like there used to be on escaped slaves. And then she continues on saying, I acknowledge that it's a bad take in the sense that there's no comparison to slavery, but the bounty provision is particularly alarming in what it says about who has control over women's lives, so no offense meant here. And SD, we might get to the Michael Dougherty tweet. It's definitely around here. Let me just add this to... When was that tweeted? September 1st. Let me just make sure it's on there. Okay, next up we have, this Michael Brendan Dougherty is probably going to end up in the top 10 because if you've seen it, it just, I don't know how you explain this one. Michael Brendan Dougherty tweets out, I'm sure you hold your view in good faith, but that's why I also have the good faith view that I'd rather my children be raped by Jesuits than educated by them. Less damage, I think. What? I don't even know how to respond to that. What the fuck are you thinking? And then coming in at number 1, we have Richard Hanania. And this is almost sounds like a like an excuse to, and look at that ratio too, 7,000 replies. Let's just read it. You can't screen for Down syndrome before about 10 weeks, and something like 80% of Down syndrome fetuses are aborted. If red states ban abortion, we could see a world where they have 5 times as many children with Down syndrome and similar numbers for other disabilities. Could be outliers in the whole developed world. There are already negative stereotypes of Americans in these states. One can imagine it getting much more extreme. What if they also ban genetic engineering and embryo selection while other places go ahead? Will they maintain their belief in the small safety net and lower government spending in such a world? Will liberals change their minds about government spending if it ends up going to states that have much higher costs due to these laws? Many interesting things to think about. Well, the one thing we need to think about is what the fuck is this? Guys, it's almost like the whole point, like, like this is fucking, this, I mean, like, this is eugenics right here. This is advocating for, like, a pure, like, genetic makeup of a person and completely eliminating people with Down syndrome. I'm not saying it's preferable to have a child with Down syndrome. What I am saying is you shouldn't abort a child if they have Down syndrome. That's not a first of all, it's a terrible reason to abort a fetus or a baby over Down syndrome. Like, that is, in my view, at that point, murder. It's just, I try to follow the tenets of Islam when it comes to abortion. It's like first term, it's acceptable, and then it comes in the cases of rape, incest, and protect the life of the pregnant woman. And that's just, there's no like central belief system on it within Islam. I am very much on a case by case basis. But I think there are a lot of people who believe, particularly pro abortion, pro choice people, believe that um, having autonomy over their bodies is like sacrosanct. Yet at the same time, the whole idea of how they want to intrude in every other aspect of your lives, it's just a bit ironic. It's like the one thing that they just like keep government out of it, but every other thing they're like, get more and more and more and more and more government. Liberals are weird, man. And it's also come to the point with like the abortion debate where it's like they consider like the right to terminate a pregnancy as like a human right, like you're entitled to it. It's just yeah, it's just fucking weird. I mean, like, no matter your view on like the abortion debate, like this obsession of like wanting to terminate a pregnancy, specifically that part, is like the major hang up. I think for a lot of like rational people too. Like, why are they so obsessed with wanting to like terminate a pregnancy? I hate the fucking abortion debate. It fucking sucks. Let's see what other tweets we may have missed. Oh, Stella Parton. This has to be listed. This has to be in the top 10. And that, and that, and that bitch blocked me too. This is that. Stella Parton tweets out, "Don't you find it odd that women in America are being treated worse than women in Afghanistan? We wasted $2 trillion plus to go into Afghanistan to liberate their women and children. Something ain't right here, folks. Are you catching on yet?" And then she continues on saying, "I also find it odd that not one of the people I just blocked had one thing to say in defense of women right here at home in our damn rights. Not one. They were all males, by the way. Amazing. That's got to make the top 10. I swear to God. This is also bad too, but there's also a. David Simon, who has a pretty big following, tweets out the Christian Taliban has its theocracy, and the U.S. Supreme Court justices are our new mullahs. So now we're just going to get straight up Islamophobic on this. Now we have Amy Siskind. She tweets out, "Sigh, hashtag Texas Taliban, and pray for Texas women." Mike Lukovich is the name of the cartoonist who made it, and he tweeted it out originally. So I think we should also put him on the list as well. This is also batshit insane. Let's look at this one. I don't know if it's still up. Now this is someone with 141 followers, so it's probably not going to happen that we're going to list this person, but Edna Esfield tweets out a potential realistic scenario in Texas now. Foreign groups who pay others to rape women, follow them to clinics for abortions, then collect $10,000 or more after suing. GOP Texas law. Meantime, we have cowards sitting on our highest bench who can stop this now. Just have to show it to you just because it's absolutely insane. What else? Okay. Naveed Jamali. This should probably go on there too. He tweets out the history of the pro-life movement started with the legal decision that stripped private segregated schools of tax exemption. The pro-life movement has always been about white supremacy. BP, the 3 month on the 6 month streak. Thank you so much, BP. So let's go ahead and try to narrow this down, shall we? I think what we should do is, I think Richard Hanania probably has the worst take on this than anyone I've seen so far. So it's just a matter of, do we give him the number one spot, or do we put him up against someone with an equally terrible tweet that may not involve abortion, but maybe something else? Because I'm leaning towards putting him up against Michael Brendan Doherty for number one. This will involve channel points and bits, so you use 69 channel points. I'm going to put number one. We got Richard Hanania against Michael Brendan Doherty. I'll just do MBD. Let me type it. 1 minute on the clock. Poll begins right now. Frostbite asks what, or Frostbite out of curiosity, what was it Michael's in response to? I can't tell because he deleted that shit so quickly. Red Steez, Stephen Miller asked if this was a typo. It might have been. I don't know. I just think that was a typo. It could have been. I have no idea. But it looks like Richard Hanania is oh shit. MBD coming back. Wow. People using them channel points. Whoever doesn't get number one gets number two. And MBD gets it. Blake contributes 1,100 channel points. Rach, 35 bits. Thank you to you both. All right. And Ben already gets it wrong. That's 1 and 2 right there. Boom. Boom. Okay. Now we can get to the rest of it. So let's see here. I'd say we include what do we have next up? Oh, Joyce Aline. I forgot about Joyce with her slavery shit. Joyce Aline, where is that? Where did I put that? Here we go. Excuse me. Joyce Aline with her comparing this move to slavery. Pretty bad. Let's see what else we got. Put Stella Parton. What? All right, I think Stella Parton versus Joyce Aline for the number 3 spot. Heads up, face 1-on-1. Let's just go ahead and start that poll. 1 minute. Go ahead and submit your channel points. I think these two are particularly bad and should be under consideration for number 3. And whoever doesn't get this gets number 4. I think it's probably as good as we're gonna get it. And Stella Parton go crazy. I'm surprised people are really hopping on Stella Parton, where Joyce Aline literally compares this Texas abortion law to fucking slavery. Kind of amazing. And it looks like Stella Parton gets it with 70% of the vote. Congratulations, Stella. You dumb fuck. Where is it? Where is their fucking tweet? There it is. All right. All right, let's get them out of the way. Joyce Aline, fuck out of here. Stella Parton, fuck out of here. All right, now I want to move over to. Let's see how bad the other ones are. I'm going to go to the fact checkers and the journos. We're going to go Rolling Stone. This is for number 5. Look how quickly we're getting through this. Spend more time talking about it and less time voting. Rolling Stone, K4. This is over the ivermectin story. And then Daniel Funke. Funke, I think. I think it's Funke. Funke. Funky? Is it funky? So let's go ahead and we'll do 1 minute on the clock for number 5. Poll begins right now. Rolling Stone currently in the lead. Give Funke his first ever win in life. Sarge, I was thinking about this the other night. How often do list recipients respond to you? You know, Loon, or is it Lune? I apologize. I don't think I've ever said your name out loud. Mr. Man, Mrs. Man. You know, not often. If they do, it's usually because instead of responding, they almost, I think, go for blocking me. Yeah, I'd say that's probably what they do. And Rolling Stone gets it with 56% of the vote. Master Thief contributes 31 bits. Rach contributes 1,100 channel points. Thank you to you both. And now, Rolling Stone. All right. Now, I'm going to keep it going. It looks like K4 only got 1 vote, so we're going to take them off completely. So, for number 6... Yeah, Damon, some are actually very good sports about getting listed. Not all of them, but some. Some of them are like, yeah, you got me. Let's go with Daniel Funke, Imani Barbarin. This is a weird tweet. I don't think it's listable. You know, let's get Amy Siskin on there. Fuck Amy Siskin. And then the V Jamali. We'll put 2 minutes on the clock because this is more. We have more choices. Poll begins now. Relaxing prices. Speaking of that, your exchange with Stelter the other day absolutely blew my mind. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Naveed Jamali. Currently in the lead right now. Relaxing party will find and send it. I was actually kind of trying to be a little bit trolly, but it was kind of funny. Because Stelter's a true believer. Like, I don't know if he has the capability of being like really nasty on Twitter. I think he's just largely unaware or lacks self-awareness about like things that happen in the real world and doesn't have the capability. I'm pulling it up right here. This is pretty funny how it happened. So of course this was me being very trolly because Brian Stelter, he didn't actually auto block me. This is actually, I took this image from what's his name, from Cox. Holy smokes. Okay. And It says auto blocked by Twitter. It says you're temporarily auto blocked from viewing and interacting with Brian Stelter's tweets. This happened when they were in safety mode and we detected potentially harmful language or repetitive uninvited replies. We know we don't get auto blocks right all the time, so we're working to improve our detection. Here are ways to keep your conversations healthy and avoid getting auto blocked. Remember the human. There's a person on the other side, other end of your tweets with feelings. Naveed Jamali gets it with, holy shit, only 12 votes. God, you guys are slacking, and you're macking, but he gets it with 80% of the votes. So Naveed Jamali. Okay, Naveed Jamali, get the fuck out of here. Let's go here. So I wrote, if Twitter truly cared, they would auto block all the Habibis for dunking on me consistently day in and day out. Until then, they're literally Islamophobic. Now, Ryan Stelter and I follow each other, okay? And he responded, don't worry, you're always manually unblocked by me. Thank you, Brian. And then I responded saying, thank you, Brian. I find this response incredibly refreshing. Which, if you know how the term refreshing is supposed to go, considering he's literally in a fucking tweet tournament. Hold on. Not Suraj Hashmi is gay again. God damn it. See if we can find it here. It's around here somewhere. It's at the very end. Oh, it's right here. It's on his tweet. How refreshing, okay? So I was trying to be a little bit of a troll. And then he responded by saying, I turned on safety mode for a brief experiment. And frankly, I'm surprised that anyone was auto blocked. I'm on vacation, so I wouldn't have seen their tweets to me anyway. So, happy birthday, Brian Stelter. What was the genius meme I scrolled right past? Oh, was it the one of let's see if we can me as Suraj Haqqani. Or is it this one? Me as Suraj Habibi Hashmi. Complexion, light baby-faced, weight extra thick. Build, thick and chunky. Aliases, Habibi in Chief, Lister, Sad Boy, Jay's friend. Languages, nobody can understand anything he says. I think that's what got me, is that nobody can understand anything he says. Just too good. Alright, so let's go ahead and number 7. We're gonna do Amy Siskind, Imani Barbarin, we'll include Lily Allen, Tweet If You Love Abortions, Daniel Funke, and let's include Josh Detty. 2 minutes on the clock, 69 channel points per extra vote, or 1 bit per extra vote. Get your votes in. Oh. Getting close here. Getting close to the end. Lily Allen taking it away right now. This is the Lily Allen tweet. It says retweet if you love abortions. So Lily Allen, you gonna take it? Looks like she is. Oh, stop the count. There we go. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Very, very nice. Rage Piece contributes 37 bits and 345 channel points. Drop them 69s in the chat if you got them. Very nice indeed. Lily Allen. All right. Moving on here. So we have Josh Denny. Got Daniel Funke. Amani Barberman. Amy Siskin. And we'll include the queen herself, Syra Rao. Put 1 minute on the clock for this. Poll begins right now. Matt Cod, did you resub and I didn't shout it out? Let me see here. Oh, you did sub 27 minutes ago. I'm sorry about that, Habibi. Resubbing for 4 months. My apologies, Habibi. I must have missed it. My fault. That's my fault. Thanks for calling me out. I didn't mean to do that. It happens. I know it's not. It shouldn't happen. I should pay attention better on the stream. Sometimes I don't always do that. Josh Denny currently leading right now, over 51 as 58%. Will he get over 69? Make that 69%. We shall see. And he doesn't, but he gets 58%. Master Thief contributes 9 bits. Ant SD 207 channel points. Thank you to you all. Josh Denny. All right. Now closing in on the last 2 spots. They got Ashley Parker. I'm going to do these 5. Amy Siskind, Amani Barbarin, Daniel Funke, Corey Bush, and Syra Rao. And 1 minute on the clock. Poll begins right now. Oh. Amy Siskind currently jumping to a very large lead. Crushing it. Crushing it right now. I would. I mean, I think I did list the original cartoonist who made this, but I don't think they have as big of a platform as Amy Siskin. So I think Amy Siskin getting the list for this one is justice. Rach, thank you for the 23 bits, and Kezia for the 138 channel points. Amy Siskin. And then finally for number 10, four candidates, one spot. So Amy Siskin. So we got Imani Barbarin, Daniel Funke, Corey Bush, and Syra Rao. 1 minute on the clock. Hooligans right now. So I'm very excited for this week's Habibi Power Hour. We got a lot to talk about. Hope all of y'all got a chance to check out our interview with Ben Shapiro. That dropped on Friday. You can catch it on Rumble for a preview. And if you haven't, let me see if I can pull it up. You can also go to our Patreon and watch the full episode there. But I'll at least drop a link right there. There you go. So Monty Barbarin, wow, she's got 69% of the vote. She gonna get it? She gonna get it? She gonna get it? You get it? Stop the count. Hey, she did it. She did it. We did it, Joe. We did it. She gets number 10. Congratulations, Amani Barbarin. And there you have it. That's the list for this week, Habibis. You have number 1, Michael Brendan Doherty. Number 2, Richard Hanania. Number 3, Stella Parton. Number 4, Joyce Aline. Number 5, Rolling Stone. Number 6, Naveed Jamali. Number 7, Lily Allen. Number 8, Josh Denny. Number 9, Amy Siskin. And number 10, Amani Barbarin. So, Habibis, thank you all so much. Join us tomorrow night on Rumble for an all-new Habibi Power Hour. Me and Jay getting back at it. We got a lot to talk about. You'd have this Texture voter bill. You'd have what was the other thing? There's obviously everything happening in Australia. There is California recall. There is Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. There is the Intercept report about the Wuhan lab. Can't wait to get into that. That's going to be wild. So yes, please join us 9 p.m. East, 6 p.m. Pacific, Wednesday night on Rumble. Check us out. Thank you so much for joining us for the list. I love all y'all. The Earn will be joining us. And yeah, it's going to be great. Love y'all, Habibis. Hope you have a good night. Peace out. Masalam.